Dharma Circle, hello, happy Wednesday. Swati here, the Embodied Dharma Coach. Let's dive in. Today is all about boundaries in your business. You want more dream clients, I know you do. You probably have those amazing clients already who you say to yourself, if only I had 30 more of those. If I could duplicate her, wow, amazing. And we've also had those experiences. I know you're like me, had the experience of having a misaligned client, a client who, wow, I never want one of those ever again. And how do I make sure I don't attract these problem clients, these headache clients? Because nothing will demotivate you and bring grief into your business faster than problem clients, clients who give you headache after headache. So we want to prevent that, and that is actually just as important as knowing who your ideal client is, and also knowing who your ideal client isn't. Do you know who is not the client that you want to attract? Are you accidentally attracting the client you don't want? We're going to dive into that today and make sure that you are not attracting the wrong person. So, there are a couple things that we need to clarify in order for you to really attract the right person and know that you're attracting the right person. And also getting rid of those clients who, and not even, they're just not even in your sacred space. They don't even come in to your sacred spaces because you have effective boundaries and what I call gates. You have these gates in place to ensure that the wrong client isn't sneaking through somehow. And that gives you more confidence as well and more safety with your offerings, with your group work, with your client sessions. So we really want to have that safety established and the right boundaries in place. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And for those of you motivated women who already know, I'm ready for 6 figures, I'm ready to scale my business properly, and I want to have the right tools and solutions in place, I have something special to share with you today, and I will share that in our class as well. Very special offer for those of you who are motivated and ready to get results in the next 6 months. So first of all, these 5 gates. 5 gates. So what I mean by a gate is, if you make it through this gate, let's go to the next gate. And if you make it through this next gate, if you check the boxes and we're in alignment and it feels mutually beneficial, great. Then let's go to the next gate. And then by the time they make it through all 5 gates, we've established that we are in alignment, that we're a good fit together, and that this will be mutually beneficial. And we always want to think in terms of mutually beneficial. Some of you, and this is a problem, and I really want to name this because I hear this over and over again. I see it in the content out there that people are sharing. We don't help anyone and everyone, and you need to be really clear on that, especially if you're an Ayurvedic practitioner or a chiropractor or a therapist of some sort. You've been taught, you've been conditioned, I can help anyone. And you don't have a specialty. You don't have a refined niche of a niche of a niche. You've been taught, hey, I can help you. And so that's what I'm supposed to do. That is actually a problem. So, huge mistake to be having a broad brush stroke in your business. We want to be very pristine and precise who we work with and why. That's one of the gates right there. Making sure you know exactly who your client is, and this comes from your content. It all starts with your content. If your content is unclear, if your content doesn't even speak directly to who your ideal client is, you're going to be attracting the wrong person over and over and over again. I did a class on how to attract motivated clients a couple weeks ago, and go back and listen to that, because some of you inadvertently, your content and your marketing is attracting unmotivated, avoidant, complainy clients, problem clients, bully clients, and you may not even know you're doing that. So your content is key. That's gate number one. Gate number two is, do you have a clear offering, and is your pricing pristine? Your pricing actually is a gate right there. Nothing will attract versus detract more than your pricing. I'll give you an example. Just this week, I had a client step into my wealth training, and she messaged me and she said, "This is the easiest yes possible. This is such an easy yes for me." And then I just had a conversation with someone else about wealth training, and they're not ready. And it wasn't a yes for them, and it had to do with investing in themselves and their business. And that says to me right there, you're not quite ready for this particular work that we're doing here. And that's okay. She might get there eventually. It's fine. But to recognize that your pricing is an easy yes for someone who is motivated, ready to go, and wants what you have to offer and the outcome you provide. And for others, that investment level will be an automatic, I'm not actually ready for this. We want that. Your pricing should be able to do that if it's effective. And that means that your offerings are clear. And of course, I've done multiple classes on that already. Go check it out. 3 levels of support: low, medium, and high, and your pricing correlates to that. The next gate is about your sales process. I can't tell you how many people I meet who don't even have a proper sales process in place. I mean, that is an important gate right there. And that's a leaky boundary. It's a leaky boundary if you don't have a proper sales process. Meaning, this is the formula I use every time to determine, are we a good fit to work together? And part of that, and that brings me to the next gate, is your languaging, your communication, the questions that you're asking. Are you asking the precise, pristine questions that lead you into even inviting someone into working with you? When I have a sales call with someone, it's not a guarantee that I'm going to say yes to you. And I want to invite you to really be in the driver's seat here and watch for desperation and I take anyone and everyone. No, that energetic tone, watch for that. And even if you aren't consciously doing it, check in with your shadow and recognize, is there a part of you that is needy and desperate? Your sales process and your questions and your communication should be refining. Are we a good fit or no, we're not a good fit? And I don't know yet. And I go into every sales call with an I don't know tone. And I don't know if we're a good fit yet. Let's determine if this could be mutually beneficial. And if we're really in alignment here, if my resources can benefit you, and if I'm the right person for you to work with at this time right now. One of the questions I love asking in a sales call is, on a scale from 1 to 10, how strong is this desire for you right now? Is this solution that you are seeking, is this a strong desire? 1 being, not really. And 10 being, I wanted this yesterday. And we only work with 9s and 10s. Sometimes an 8 might be able to squeeze by, but I have to do follow-up questions to determine, why aren't you a 9 or a 10? My clients are motivated, they want results, and they're going to get it done. That's a 9 and a 10. If you're not a 9 and a 10, my work is not for you. My sacred spaces are not going to be the right fit for you. And you need to be really clear on that. Some of you are taking 5s. They don't have the motivation yet. They don't have the desire yet. It's not about you. I had this conversation with a dear friend yesterday who's a therapist, and blaming herself for the challenging clients that she's getting and the lack of results that they get. And again, it's a classic example of taking anyone and everyone, taking clients who aren't a good fit, and then guess what? You as the healer feel demoralized. You feel like you're the problem. You feel like you're doing something wrong. You feel like you're not doing enough or good enough. And the reality is, you just have the wrong client. And you're attracting the wrong person, and you're letting people through the gate who should not be coming through the gate. And you haven't determined and clarified who is allowed to get through the gate. And this is why we have these protocols in place, to make sure of this. We don't have to doubt or question. And the final gate is your client agreement. Once someone steps into process with you, we have our agreement locked down. We have it solved. There should be no question. It's all right here in the client agreement. Your payments, what we do here, our group agreements, what my expectations are, what happens if you cancel, or a refund, or any of those things. And by the way, I don't even offer refunds for my work. That's how clear I am on, we're a good fit, we're in alignment. I don't offer refunds. You don't step into work with me if you aren't really ready for this. And we haven't decided mutually that this is beneficial for both of us and that we're in alignment here. And as a result, I don't have refund problems. I have maybe one client out of 30 or 40 in a year that somehow you snuck through the gates, or they did a switch and suddenly they're, unhappy or whatever. Usually those people, they just step out, no big deal, but they're not aggressive or bullies. And that's because my gates work and my boundaries are clear, and I know how to determine who's a good fit and who is not. And that means that I prevent misalignments, I prevent refunds, I prevent bad behavior, I prevent messy circumstances and situations. Ick. We never want that with our clients. We should have pristine and integrity with everything we do. So there should be no messiness, and that's another reason we put this in place. We also don't have problems then with aggressive bully types, or even the over-victimy types who want to blame you for all their problems. No, prevent it. Make sure it doesn't happen. So remember, we're not helping everyone and anyone. We have to be very clear on who we work with and why. So here are 8 ways to tell if you need clearer boundaries and if you need to establish these gates in your business. Here are 8 ways to tell if you've got leaky boundaries in your business and there is some cleanup to do. Perfect time to do some cleanup, by the way. It's spring, the transits, we've got a bunch of planets marching into Aries. Talk about boundaries. Need for cleaning up our boundaries and being pristine. So here are 8 ways to tell if you need to clarify your boundaries in your business. Are you attracting avoidant clients or clients who can't invest at your level. Next, you have more than one refund requested in a year. You have to manage unhappy clients, challenging clients, or victim clients who blame you. You have people book into your calendar, but they don't show up for the call. You have clients who don't pay you on time. Not good. You get feedback that their outcomes weren't achieved and they're unhappy with their results. Not a good sign. Your clients don't take consistent action and they don't get consistent results. Misalignment. You don't know exactly how to determine if someone is an ideal client who is going to take action and get results. So if you answered yes to any one of these, this is a signal to you that your business boundaries are leaky, you don't have proper gates in place, and you need to do some cleanup. And this is, remember, as much about protecting you as it is protecting the client. We want safety. Healing can only take place when someone feels safe, supported, seen, heard, validated. We want to make sure we're in alignment here so that those needs can be met. And that comes with clear boundaries. And that's sort of a basic awareness for every part of relationship, right? And it holds true for your business relationships as well. So this gives you a sense, hopefully, of understanding the boundaries and the gates that you need to have in place in order to create more alignment with your ideal client. Remember, this also lets your ideal client know, this is my person. I trust her. I feel safe with this person. I know that she is what I'm needing right now in order to get this result. There's a structure here. There's integrity. And again, that safety is established. So remember that it starts with gate 1, content. And I've done quite a few content classes already, but this is that piece I just have to hammer away at because I see your content out there and it's missing the mark. You think your marketing is clear, but it's not. And this is a huge problem when it comes to attracting the right person and really making sure that you are getting people who are motivated and ready to get results. So here's just a reminder on your marketing. Your niche needs to be refined. And I asked this question in the group this past week, and so far nobody showed up with a clear niche. It should be so clear when I read your content that you're what lane you're in. Your relationships, your health, or your wealth. There are only 3 lanes and only 3 reasons people buy. Go look at your content. Do you know who you're talking to and why? Again, we don't help anyone and everyone. Be so pristine in why you do what you do, and your marketing and your messaging should be absolutely pristine. We know what you do, we know why you do it, we know who you're helping, we know exactly who you're talking to, what problem they have, and the precise needs that you help them with. What's your lane? Stay there and make sure you're not trying to appeal to everyone. And don't forget how important your conversations are, proper communication, and a conversion strategy. And I've done classes on that already, and I invite you to go back and listen to that. those are part of that's part of the gates. It's gate 1, and before I would even have a conversation with you to see if I have solutions that can really support you, you have to pass through at least that first gate right there. So if you are a motivated woman who knows she's ready to scale, and I mean, you're not just going to sit around and talk about scaling your business. You want results. You're not just going to talk about it. You're already doing it. You're in it. You're committed. You're ready. I'm talking to you. I have 3 places in my Dharma mentorship process, and we're waiting for you. We're ready for you to join us. This is for women who are ready to take their business to the next level and scale properly, to grow a 6-figure business with the proper structures in place. That means you've got your gates in place, but you also are so pristine in your marketing and your sales processes, and that's what we do in Dharma Mentorship. You want to attract more amazing dream clients, and you want to make sure you are not attracting those wrong fits, those problem clients. And you want a trustworthy guide, someone who's in alignment and who knows Dharmic business, not just any old business, Dharmic business. And you really want to expand and grow your business, but you want to do it in harmony with your body and its wisdom. That's what we do in Dharma Mentorship. This is for women who are ready for more. You're motivated. You know you're going to scale this year. You know you're ready for 6 figures, and you need that support, the proper container in order to make it happen. And you know your medicine is needed in this world more than ever. You need to reach more people. You want to help more people, and you want to do it in the right way that is dharmic and body-centered. And you want those proven systems that work. You want structures that get results. And you want more refinement. That's what we do in Dharma Mentorship. I invite you to comment Dharma below. I will personally reach out to you. We will have a 15-minute conversation, a clarity call to see what you need, if my solutions and Dharma Mentorship is right for you. And we will talk about next steps and how to get started. What I'm doing right now for those 3 amazing, motivated mentorship clients who are ready to step into this process, I'm offering you some special bonuses. You must book into my calendar before Friday. That's the cutoff. So make it happen, take the action, step in, book into my calendar before Friday, and even if we talk next week or the week after, then you'll still get the bonuses and you'll still get the extra guarantee. I'm offering $1,000 off for anyone who books into my calendar this week and steps in to Dharma Mentorship. I'm offering an extra private session with me as part of this, and I have a great guarantee for those of you who show up for every class and do every step of this process. If you're still not ready to launch after the 6 months, then I give you an extra month of hand-holding and support in order to make sure that it happens. So there's a lot of support, there's guidance, there's resources in order for you to really scale and grow this year in a proper way that is body-centered and aligned with your true soul purpose. We do it all in Dharma Mentorship. If you're ready to go, comment Dharma below. I will personally reach out to you. I look forward to meeting you and seeing how this incredible 6-month process can really elevate every step of your scaling, your business growth, your client work, and creating your content and speaking to the right people in the right way, all of it. I'm so excited to meet you and to work with you in the coming months. Comment Dharma below. I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.